Ghetto mythology lesson right there.
So basically, you had the Bizarro experience as opposed to Carlisle's magnificent experience.
Yeah, I
in New
had
York.
no magical mystery tour.
I overheard a couple of cold ones where
go on, man. You know you want to say something.
His experience was very magical.
Your
experience was just.
Yeah, it was.
It's funny because every time you talk about Carlisle, it's like you say with such sarcasm, and people know you're doing that.
Oh my God! Well,
you might as well just come on out and say what you got to say, man.
That he had a great experience and Leon didn't.
Well,
that's what I'm saying.
Now, to be fair, like I said, Spill member, Hardcore Salma, is that how you say it?
Yeah, Salma. Hardcore Suma.
Suma.
Hardcore Suma.
I always see it written out.
Like sumo, I guess sumo wrestler or something.
But it's got an O in it.
Oh yeah, I don't know, man. Shit, huh?
Anyway, she came out with her friend and they met me and took me around New York and we had a great time.
And those are the Spill members you hung out with.
Yeah. Oh, so it's like I had some of the best sushi I ever had in my life.
That's
and
awesome.
Just going up and down Times Square, seeing man, they got Toys R Us that's got a Ferris wheel inside.
What? Oh yeah, you talking about the Toys R Us in Times Square?
Yeah,
that's
crazy.
It's huge,
it's like
man.
4 stories with a Ferris wheel inside.
Man, what the fuck are we doing? And no wonder we're bankrupt. What the hell?
and a 3-story M&M store just for M&Ms.
Oh,
and they got everything except the M&Ms I like, the crispy ones. How y'all had this many goddamn M&Ms?
We
don't have this
throw that shit in Texas direction.
Yeah, so that's an experiment.
Yeah.
So
we want to see if this shit's gonna turn you on to werewolves or something. Once we see it's okay, we'll go ahead and like have it in here in New York.
Guys in Texas will put anything in their mouths.
Yeah, I was hanging out with Joel, man, and that's the first time I saw the M&M store because we were hanging out at this bar across the street, and in reflection at the bar, there was this fucking giant one of those M&Ms, those dancing, talking M&Ms. I kept seeing that motherfucker dance. I'm like, do they have a movie coming out or something about M&Ms? I turned around, I was like, fucking M&M store.
What is this, like Ghostbusters Part 3?
Like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Is there a fucking giant M&M attacking the city right now?
Yeah. Where's Bill Murray?
I'm like, we're fucking Willy Wonka with this shit. It's like a fucking 3-story M&M something going on.
Money
like,
well spent.
Damn.
Well, yeah. It's not,
it's M&Ms.
I tell you, if I'd had one more day, I could have gone to see Shrek the musical.
I thought that was a joke.
I know. I thought it was a joke too.
Man, they're making musicals and plays out of fucking Evil Dead. When that became a musical on Broadway.
When you're making musicals about Evil Dead, then everything is on the table.
Yeah, Spider-Man, they're making one.
Right.
I heard that they had an Edward Scissorhands stage musical, except there's no words. It's all interpretive dance.
Oh my God!
I cannot wait. Who's playing Winona Ryder?
It's like, give me a fucking break, man. When they gonna come out Friday the 13th?
The musical.
They're trying to get the kids in those theaters.
You spread butter on the floor right in front of the exit, just like as people start trying to run out of there. You get to watch them all slide.
Too bad they can't put too bad they can't get Batman and Robin in a theater. That'd be worse.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's the gayest stage musical I've ever seen. Batman and Robin. That and Batman Forever.
All it's missing is singing.
Exactly.
God damn, man. Wow. So, well, hey, look, you got a really great story behind it.
Yeah, that's true. That's one thing I thought. I'm like, well, at least I got a good story.
Yeah, actually, out of all the trips, yours is like that's the funniest, man. That's the most interesting thing I've heard. It's fucking we went through I go see Biggie Smalls like going through Beirut or something.
Exactly. That kid made it priceless. Thank God for that kid. Throwing rocks at a bus for no reason.
Just bored.
What else is there to do?
I got a rock. What can I do with this? There goes a bus. Shit, I never seen that before, motherfuckers.
You sure Biggie's face wasn't on that bus? He was like, "You suck. You still suck."
He was a Tupac fan.
Tupac all the way,
bitches. So what happened when the rock hit the bus? It just kept driving. Like,
just kept driving. I mean, we had stopped for a little bit. We hadn't gotten off. But
happens all the time.
Just go another day.
This is the middle school he went to, and
that's the kid.
Now you can see why he came out the way he did.
Yep,
that was awesome. That was awesome, man. Well, welcome back.
It's good to be back. I mean, to be honest, I had all day Saturday. Like my phone was dead because I took the wrong charger with me, so I couldn't call anybody. So I just had Saturday to kind of walk around more Times Square and 30 Rockefeller Plaza, and I wore my feet out, so I was kind of ready to come home. But the thing was, everybody kept telling me, what time are you leaving? And I'm like, well, my plane takes off at 8. I'll probably leave around 6:30. They were like, no. You got to leave 3 hours in advance. What, are you crazy? With the traffic and the security line? You 3 hours. And somebody else is like, 3? Shit, you would need to leave 4 hours in advance. You just don't know. And I was like, damn, he's scared. So
You
I-
on JetBlue, right?
Yeah, I hopped on a plane at on a cab at 4:20. There was
4:20?
no traffic. I got there in 45 minutes, and there was nobody in line.
Yeah, no.
Because it's separate terminals. Is that why?
Oh yeah. And
Yeah.
they have a badass terminal.
Man, I love JetBlue.
JetBlue
is awesome.
JetBlue is great. And Carlisle and I were talking about this. They got TVs on the back of people's seats.
And they have cushy leather chairs.
Yeah, and it's just. Did you get a seat by yourself?
Yeah, the first going up there, I did.
Okay, that's the nicest thing, man. You'll experience this one day, Cole.
I hope.
when we
Bastard.
clear you up to go, man.
Stop lying to him. You know he's not.
I'll tell you what.
Hey, do you see me getting excited over here, Leon?
Because there's that point where they say turn off all electronic devices. So what we're gonna do
Exactly,
with that? So even if you go, you won't get to
Well,
experience it.
here's what's gonna happen.
Great.
Next
really
time we
can't
go, and I think it's something you can go on. I'm gonna mail you and meet you there. In that way, no trouble on the flight at all.
You could just put me in a cage like in the Muppet movie.
Well, yeah.
Where, like, I'll be hanging out with Gonzo and Kermit the Frog and all the chickens and the
Yeah,
donkeys.
we'll put like dog ears on you and a dog
Yeah.
nose.
And then they'll drop us off near Central Park. Yeah.
You'll get to experience
I
the
can't
JetBlue
wait.
cargo hold.
Yeah, exactly.
boy.
Yeah. I will, no TVs in there, but hey,
need to find a
you
new
can
career.
you can get internet, right?
And the thing I love the most is like just walk up because I was like, oh damn, I got to fish out my itinerary, and they're just like, what's your last name? I told them, they're like, okay, go right on in.
Oh yeah, no, and if you have your flight number or code, you can just go to those kiosks and get that. No, man, it's look, depending where you are, especially if you're in Manhattan, you just 2 hours ahead. And, I mean, that's mandatory. 2 hours ahead, no later than that. Get there and you'll be fine.
Yeah, like I said, it was get there and walk right up, and I had like 2.5 hours to sit in the airport.
How many times have you been to New York?
That was my first time to go.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Well,
Now, I haven't told this yet. That night I got back from London, I was coming back to Austin. I stayed in New York overnight, and to get to the airport. Now I left early. It's funny you should say this about leaving early because and I'm gonna do it bad accent, but I'm gonna tell you I'm doing the accent because it's gonna give you a hint of what this is like. It was a Puerto Rican guy.
Okay.
And I'm getting out
Hey,
of
man.
no, that's not it.
Oh,
that's
okay.
not the accent.
they don't talk like that.
I'm riding with this guy through the streets and whatnot. And he looks back and he's not saying anything for a while. And he looks back and he's like, "So, my friend, you look like an artistic type. Is that true?" And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, I said, what? Yeah. And I was like,
what?
I said, and that's what I'm saying. I said, so what? I said, so why do you ask? He's like, buddy, it's your hat. And I'm like, okay, because I was wearing my hat. I was wearing a Kango hat. And he's like, okay, sure. And he's like, so what do you do? And I'm like, I do graphic art for websites and whatnot. And he's like, oh, really? You work in Photoshop? I'm like, yeah, I do. And he's like, so do you know what a something mask is? And he started asking me all these questions,
Yeah.
and I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of familiar with that. Now, did you know that you could do this with it? I'm like, no. I was like, yeah, it's all kind of stuff you can do with it. You see, I'm a photographer, and I do this on the side. I moonlight as this driving thing, but I was in the Navy, and the thing they don't tell you is that ILM, they train people to be photographers in the Navy. And I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah. He's like,
ILM.
ILM. That's what I'm saying. I said like that's why I asked him. I said like George Lucas. He's like, yeah, they got these. You're familiar with the name Thomas Knoll? I'm like, no, not really. He's like, that's the guy that invented Photoshop.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, exactly. So he's like, yeah, it was meant for movie stuff, but Uncle Sam got a hold of him, and they said, hey, you train these guys to take these photography pictures so they can blow them up, and you can see the guys you want to kill. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, so this stuff I'm going to show you, my friend. This is stuff that's it's top secret. Nobody knows this stuff here. So I'm gonna. And he has his laptop there. So now I'm trying to catch a plane.
Right.
So he says, now when we get far enough, I'm gonna get you there to the airport. But I'm gonna pull over and I'm gonna show you how to do this. And I'm just like, it's like I gotta.
Am I on the meter?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. No, it wasn't a cab. They have these things, these car services. So you can either catch a cab and then keep you on the meter, or a car service charges a flat fee. to get you there.
Okay. I thought you were riding with
And so,
Travis Bickle.
where I was, I'm in Brooklyn. So they charge you like a flat fee of $45 to get to the airport. So he there's no meter. He's like, I can just stop and do whatever the fuck I want to.
Right.
So this
He's
guy
gonna teach you Photoshop.
I'm not asking for any of this, but what he showed me was something cool. I can't tell you technically what it was, but I was like, I could probably use this. I'm not asking for it, but okay.
There's something called layers.
Yeah, well, that's what he does. He's like, you duplicate this right here, and it's the way you can keep sharpening your picture. So
Like, yeah, I know.
yeah, he's like,
Image blur.
He said, you see this picture right here? I took this with a camera, one of those disposable cameras you see the tourists walking around with. I'm like, okay. I'm like, that's fine. He's like, yeah.
Easy
so,
to get.
yeah, he's like, so these things, they take shitty pictures, right? And I'm like, all right. And he's like, but watch this. And he shows me how you can just sharpen this picture over and over and over again so you could blow it up.
I'll show you how you could turn shit into gold.
Yeah. So after all that is said and done, he's like, he stops there because I told him, I said, man, I got to pay you, so I got to, because they don't take cards for the car service. So he says,
Cash?
so he stopped. Yeah, you got to pay cash. Yeah.
Wait, was this from the hotel? Because when I got in a cab, it was still at that flat $45, but they took cards.
Yeah, the cabs will take cars, but
okay.
not a car service.
Okay.
You either pay them at the desk at the car service, or you pay these guys when you get out,
Okay.
and they're going to want a tip.
Yeah,
so
hopefully
you're
they'll
gonna
tell
pay
you
them.
that before you get in. That would suck.
Well, if not, they take you by a money machine, which is what this guy did to me.
And stand over you with a tire iron.
Well, no, they got your bags in the car, so you're hoping they don't drive off, but they work for this guy, so you go in and
I
you
know
get
a few things about you already, buddy.
Yeah, I know a few things about you already. No, I go into the Dunkin' Donuts where he stops and he says, and after he showed me all this stuff, he says, all right, all this stuff I showed you, that's going to cost you a cup of coffee and a bagel with cream cheese. I'm like, what? And I just tell him, I told him, I said, man, I didn't ask you to show me this. Now but the guy's being cool. So I said, man, I asked you to show me this. And he's like, all right, buddy, no more lessons for you. And I'm like, I'm just kind of being, but I go in there and I said, cause he was so nice. I said, hey man, because he really is being cool.
Okay.
So I come out and, I give him the bagel and cream cheese. Now the guy's Puerto Rican. Okay. So when I come out, I was like, hey man, you know what? That was cool for you to show me this stuff. And he's like, yeah, you know why I showed you that? And I was like, why? And he points to his hand. He's like, skin. He's like, you think these white motherfuckers are going to show me? They don't
want us to know this stuff.
He was like, they look at me and they think, he doesn't know that stuff. So I'm going to just, hey.
So you got a ride from Leon's dad?
Yeah. He's saying, and this is the kicker that gets me right here. Yeah. He says, Puerto Ricans and, and blacks, they're kind of tight when it comes to this stuff. So, if you'd been the wrong color, I wouldn't have showed you this, my
just
friend.
Just a shade away.
And he says, so now when you get back to when you get back to Austin, you're going to say, that Puerto Rican nigga there, he showed me some good things. And I just imagine him like, okay, you show me this, but then I can imagine the next guy, he pulled this shit on, and he's like, and the guy didn't even, the guy's like fucking janitor or something. He's like, I'm going to show you some cool stuff. And he just drops him off at a convenience store.
Be like, next time I'll show you Pro Tools, and that'll cost you a zip.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
That's going to cost
sucking.
you two ding dongs and a glass of chocolate yoo-hoo. Damn, man, I don't know no fucking feelings. But that was the strangest fucking ride I'd had in a long time.
Yeah, I know. You get those a lot.
Yeah, I don't know. I was like, do I fucking ask for this?
Yeah. Next time if they ask you for artists, just say no.
Yeah, exactly. Just keep your mouth shut because it's like, I'm trying to catch a plane. He didn't know.
Like the time the cops pulled you over when you had the two white girls in the car. And the guy's like, so what's your job? Art, huh? You like that? How about a career in law enforcement? You ever think about that?
Oh man, that was before I stopped this. Yeah, I don't think co-host has heard this before.
No.
And look, he brought it up. This is gonna sound, and it's not.
I have to hear
it's not a male proud. Because last time we talked about this kind of stuff, one guy got pissed. Do you remember that? And he's like, "You guys talking about all the girls you fucked makes me just want to punch somebody in the face." Cool. Do you remember? Did you read the comments?
No.
And now last time we didn't even talk about girls.
Was that on our show?
It was a guy that you got into it with. That's why I thought you remembered.
Oh, was it Don, the show gonna spill?
No, it was somebody else. The guy's cool usually, but
I swear.
But you got into it with somebody last time about Jessica Biel or something.
Oh, that dude.
Yeah, he was mad.
Oh, yeah, he was. Yeah.
We didn't say anything about girls at all. He's like, you guys talking about all the girls you fucked, man. You just want to punch somebody in the face. We said we never did that, man.
The guy's name. We went back and forth about it because we were all talking about how hot Megan Fox was.
That's it.
He got bent out of shape about that.
Yeah.
Did you read those comments?
No.
Yeah, his comments were all like, oh, well, you guys going about her. She's just a piece of meat. My girlfriend's way hotter than that.
Dude.
That's your first reaction if somebody says that. You're like, whatever.
Yeah, you keep telling yourself that.
Oh, yeah. Well, shit. Let me know where you hanging and what did you do to get that?
Now, to be honest.
And why are you hanging on Spill?
He claims his girlfriend is this other chick who I was like, oh, wow, this chick is hot. She looks like Famke Janssen. He's like, well, that's my girlfriend. I'm like, all right, if you telling the truth, then, bullet for you, man.
Yeah.
Bravo.
Yeah.
No,
What's that got to do with me? I ain't fucking.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't care.
Yeah, shit. What you doing here? Shit, you should be fucking your girlfriend right
What's
now.
some of your problems?
But no, so I don't want. If that guy's listening, I don't want him to think
Man,
that this is like.
I swear to God, it's just seems like nowadays people used to love us, but every week I got some dude who's jumping down my shit over some random comment I made.
I know that's what it sounds like. It sounds like you always pissing somebody off
And
over
I'm not
nothing.
even trying. Yeah, that's
Crazy.
I don't
Playing
know what
around.
Well, I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't get none of that shit.
I'm like, hey, y'all.
You seen my comments that I get. I don't get none of that.
If you got mad at something I said, it's because you didn't take it the right way.
How
Nah,
can I get-
man,
Yeah, I don't get that. Like, you never. I don't know.
No,
that's
man.
retarded.
Hey, look. So if anybody hears me telling this story, it's because it's funny. Nobody's bragging here.
Right.
You brought it up. I wouldn't even thought about it. But
I just brought it because it's a funny story.
Yeah, that was funny. No, I was I was hanging out at this bar one night, and this girl comes up with a drunk friend, and she's like, "Hey," and this is the time we're doing the show, and she's like, "Yeah," and she had it all wrong though. She's like, "Yeah, you're Corey Coleman, aren't you?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was
She
like,
knew you
I
from
know.
the show?
But here's the deal. She said, "You're Corey Coleman," and I thought she knew me from the show, but then she said, "Yeah, you write scripts or something, don't you?" And I was like, "Sure."
There you go.
Yeah,
Corey.
yeah,
Yes.
I do. Yeah,
Just like that cab or that car driver. Yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
sure. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Let me show you something.
Yeah. So and in the bar, I was like, yeah, let me show you. No, but in the bar, I was like, I just spoke to her, and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
whatever, all right. And
Right.
then we talked for a little while. She was gone, man. But so I'm
crazy?
outside. I was outside, like getting ready to go, and she
Yeah.
says, she comes down, she's like, her and a drunk friend, she's like, hey, where's the party at? I'm like,
In my
In
pants.
my
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking, you know. But
Can't
so,
you tell? Don't you see the disco ball?
But look, man, they're ready. They're like, hey, if you got a car, let's go.
If you got it.
Yeah, it's because there was some. Fortunately, there was some other guys in the street who were like, they knew me too, and they were like, hey man, if you're gonna hang out at the house, let's all just go there. And I was like,
No, you want you guys.
yeah, exactly. But you know, all these guys end up coming anyway. But it's like, all right, so it's gonna be a party at my place, whatever. So I got these two girls in the car, and you know, I mean, you could tell that they were kind of drunk and horny and whatnot, and it's
fucked up, yeah.
and fucked up. Yeah, so this,
Yeah.
and so I'm driving,
Yeah.
and the police are behind me. It's like it's not even the police. It's like who the guys in the brown car? They're from the sheriff
Constables?
department. What's
Yeah,
that?
Constables?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think they were constables. Yeah, and so I see the lights going off, and I see it's like this fucking constable car behind me, and I pull up into an IHOP, and I'm like, shit. Now, at the time, I had a whole bunch of shit in my back seat, so both girls in the
Cocaine?
front seat. No, like,
Your heroin,
one girl overdosed in the back seat.
PCP pipe,
Yeah,
all
that's right. A dead body in the trunk.
A hand sticking out the trunk.
tourniquets all in the back seat. What the hell?
But no, I had a whole bunch of stuff. I was either moving some stuff or something. So both girls in the front seat, and they're kind of drunk. So one of them has an arm around me and shit. And the guys come.
Other one's blowing you while you drive.
No, that wasn't like that. So I pull over, and the guys and they surround the car. Like one guy gets on one side, and the other guy's on the other side looking in, and they say, everything all right? And I was like, I'll make up something real quick. I was like, yeah, these are friends of mine. They're drunk. I have a bunch of junk in the back seat. I'm driving them home.
Yeah.
You know, designated driving, all that kind of
There you
stuff.
go.
And then so they're like, yeah, okay. Could you come out the car, please?
Oh, shit.
Like, fuck. I'm like, all right. So I get out the car and I'm walking. You know, the guy walks me over to his car, and the other guy stays. And so he's like, "Could I see your license, please?" And I gave him my license. He's like, "Hey, Mr. Coleman, I see here that you were born this time and you were this age." And I'm looking. I'm like, "Yeah." I'm looking at the other car, and he's like, "Don't worry about him. He's not gonna take him from you." Just like, fuck, man.
Got Mandingo over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm just like, God damn. I'm like, okay. Well, is there a problem or anything? They're like, no.
Why would you say there's a problem?
Yeah, exactly. So he just said,
Is there?
That's no problem. I was like, but he's like, that's no problem. Just stand still for a moment. He's looking at my license, and he looks back at me. He looks, and he's like, so what do you do for a living? And I'm like, I said, I do graphic art.
And then he pulled out his computer. Let me show you.
Do your work in
Called
Photoshop.
Photoshop. You know who invented this?
Because, I don't usually show this to people. But
So you tell him?
no, I tell him I'm graphic art, and he's like,
I deflower young girls.
and so he says, listen, you like what you do? I was like, I've been enjoying it. Yeah. I said, what's going on? He's like, have you ever thought about a job in law enforcement? Because we're looking for young men like you.
Are you fucking serious?
Pulling me over for
They
a
do that?
recruitment thing? I was like, I don't exactly remember. I think they actually pulled me over because one of my lights was something was going on.
Yeah.
It wasn't just because they were fucking with me, but while they did that, they put me through this whole recruitment thing, making me think that they were about to beat the shit out of me or something because I had 2 white girls in the car.
So they took a page from Amway, but to the extreme.
Yeah, exactly. They're like with the guns.
It just sounded like that scene in Go with William Fincher.
Yeah, I know when he's like, it's a whole Amway scam.
yeah.
Yeah, the Amway
I think it's a
scam.
bust, but yeah. and I
Oh
was
my
just-
god!
And I was like, and he said, he gave me a website address and he gave me a form and he's like, just think about it. Just think about it.
I'm
I
gonna
was
go
like,
ahead and hold on to your license until you log in.
I would have told him, you know what, dude? The whole time you pulled me over, I could have been fucking these girls. Jesus Christ!
but I
Oh,
was.
don't worry about that. My partner's gonna take them off your head.
Shit, yeah, I was like, got back in the car. For a moment, really, I got back in the car and they were drunk and they're like, I don't think, shut up!
My God!
Be quiet till we get home.
So let me guess. Did they kill the mood and you just ended up taking those girls home? Or?
No, he took care of business.
Oh, did you take care of business?
Hey, look, like I said, this ain't no bragging thing.
Yeah.
I would tell you,
You know, that kid right now, he's
this is a few years
he's
ago,
getting
so I
that
could-
silencer on his gun right now. Those
This-
motherfuckers.
What the only thing that had me upset, and I'm not look,
Yeah.
this is to let you know this is a true story, and this is no bragging thing. One of the girls was ready, got there,
Yeah.
like, let's go to the bedroom, right? And the other girl just like, fuck it, I'm passing out on the couch. This has been too much. And I was like, fucking cops, man, I could have worked this shit if I had just been home just a little while earlier, because
yeah.
it was a bunch of guys in the living room, and
Right.
look. I probably shouldn't say the activities that went on in my house because I wasn't doing this shit, but there was
Right.
some shit there passed around because somebody I lived with was doing it.
Somebody was getting some sloppy seconds.
So, well, no, somebody was in the living room doing shit that I wasn't partaking in. I don't even want to say that much. So while they were doing that, I said, I don't do that. Now, here's the other thing. I
don't do that.
This is what took a little time too. Oh man, I never told you this part about the story.
yeah, this is-
So the girl that was like ready to go,
Yeah.
she was sitting up there. It was more like what do you call it? I want my, I want my MTV. No, when black people getting their, God damn, how come I can't think of that word? When getting our
Getting their
payback.
GED?
Payback.
You know what I'm talking about. It doesn't even matter. Anyway, she felt bad, and she was sitting up there the whole time, and she was saying, I am really sorry.
Wait,
what
hold
my
on.
people did to you.
Oh, reparations.
Reparations, yeah. She's like,
yeah.
she was giving reparations. She's like, I'm really, really sorry. It is terrible what happened in this country.
Oh, no.
And it is so sad what my people probably did to your people. My people probably might have even owned your people. And I was just
Right,
like,
but it's really cool what you are about to do to me.
yeah, and I was
I was
thinking,
about to say she's about to fuck you, so she can erase all that history.
It's
that her,
hey, it's
her
a mutual
family put
thing,
your
man. You
ancestors
know,
through.
we all leave with clear consciences by
Wow.
the end. You know?
You black people are the luckiest people.
No, it wasn't that, man. It was, but
Hey, man, it ain't 40 acres and a mule, but we'll take what we can get.
we take some ass, you know.
Isn't the presidency enough?
That's true.
Oh man, yeah, no.
True. I do believe the mule in that 40 acres and a mule was just a euphemism for ass.
I don't mean to pass myself out as a whore, but that's because of years ago. Shit, I mean, hey, what you gonna do?
No, your reputation, man.
reputation,
That's you out as a whore.
I'm not a whore.
Yo, hey man, we put everything out there. You know, I'm just being honest. Shit, we talk about everything. Shit, why not? I was just thinking the whole time. I was like, fuck, man. I mean, I thought just getting in the car coming home, but this deal is sealed right here. When
Yeah,
you got
no
black
kidding.
guilt on you, when you
I
got when you got white guilt going on, it's just
Do
like,
whatever you want, Corey.
You just like you listen to it. You like, yeah, it's been so hard.
you know, but it got to a point. You just like, do you want to go back here or not? It was like, okay, yeah. You feel bad for me, motherfucker. Okay, come on, let's go.
Yeah, my people, whatever.
I mean, and by that point, the other girl, she was just sitting up there. That's what happened. She was because while this other girl was talking,
being
this
Abraham
other
Lincoln.
this other girl, she had on beard.
Should have said my dick needs reparations.
In fact, in the morning, I pasted an Abraham Lincoln beard on it.
that would have been fucked up.
Glued a hat on
You
her.
could videotape that, put it on the internet.
Dudes
Do
are
something with
nasty.
that.
You know the kids listen to this. What are you thinking?
Kids should know by now. This is not the show to be listening to. They should know by now.
Hey, you fucking heard of Dirty Sanchez. I gave it to Abraham Lincoln.
you guys talking about balls and cunts on your Leog show the other day?
Yeah.
Leon?
I mean, you know how much Cyrus has use that word cock. Come on. This ain't nothing.
He uses it like ain't no tomorrow.
No, I'm just.
He knows it very well.
Jesus. I mean, hey, people. I never said I was a role model, but hey.
Oh, you're not. Don't worry.
If there's any role model aspect to it, kids, let me tell you something. I did not drink until I left, until I got out of college. I did not drink, and I did not have any sex until I got out of high school because, and I'm serious about this. This isn't me lying. I'm from Waco, Texas. And if you get stuck in Waco, Texas, you don't do shit. You end up, if anything, you end up working at the turkey plant.
That's true, man. If you had gotten a girl pregnant back in high school, nobody would have ever known who
Oh,
you were.
man.
You'd have 3 fingers from having 2 of them cut off at the turkey plant.
Yeah.
Somebody would have been eating my fingers.
The only real goal is to convince a bunch of dumbasses that you're Jesus, and
That's
you're-
right.
Yeah, get them burned down and shit. Yeah, so kids, really, when I say that I was straight and narrow, I'm telling you all this crazy shit, but it was at a point where, hey, I was a little more responsible at least.
Yes.
I mean, if you especially from a small town, you better make straight A's and
better
live
run.
life right and don't drink and don't do shit until you get the fuck out of there and you become successful because that shit. No, hell
It's a
no.
vortex.
I have nightmares about Waco. Stuck in there at a turkey plant. Wake up.
Damn.
Oh, anyway.
Now,
So,
what a story.
Oh, it's been fun. Tonight.
What a
It's been
Christmas
fun.
story.
Okay. All right. Now I'm going to stop right now so that we can render out. Another reason why we are doing 3 of these, this is number 1, is because ton of email to get
I
past.
know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, ton of email. More than we can do in one night. So
Kids need to have questions answered.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
going to let you guys get to it for your next 2. Are you kicking me out now?
no, I'm not kicking you out.
Oh, okay.
No,
Oh,
you're
I'm
gonna
sorry.
hang out
Did
with
you want to
us.
leave?
Oh, no. I thought
Wait,
this was coming. We're coming to the
Don't
end.
leave.
Yeah. All right. Here we go then. Let me
Leave
stop it
with
here.
Corey, this pervert.
Oh, smack it on that wine. It's not so bad after a while. After
No.
If you get drunk. No.
Get a little Christmas cheer from it. So, speaking of that, are we recording at the moment?
Yes, we are. Why?
Well, I just thought, it'd be a good time to take a break and like to get. I got you guys a couple of things for Christmas.
Oh, you did?
Well, yeah, you're my boys.
Oh, really?
Gave
We
all,
are?
Gave all my boys at the Leog something. I got something for you guys too.
All right, enough talk. Yeah, give me my present.
Make it the presents, huh?
Now, why'd you wait for us to start recording before? You couldn't get them. You couldn't have got them before you sat down. Got trapped right there.
I can reach over and grab it.
I'll tell you what. It'll be the reason why I'm asking is because I can grab them for you. Oh, right there. Oh, okay. They're in arm's reach.
That's enough
sorry.
talking and more giving. That's what the season's all about.
Got
right?
us some paper sacks.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I know how much you like
With
that.
pictures on them.
Now, I got something for the co-host that.
Yeah.
And same thing I gave to a couple of Leog guys, but this is something that I know co-host is really into. Although he might have this stuff already.
Oh shit.
Well, anyway.
Haviland.
Is it a whore?
HP 40.
Because I'm always
HW40
looking for
motor oil.
whores.
And of course, to my main man Corey.
Oh,
All right.
my gosh. What
Thank you.
What do we have here?
Sir. What? Damn. Okay.
It's the trade collection.
This I have.
Oh, you do? Oh,
This I have.
Oh no, then you
Hold
got
on,
them all.
I'll go through. This I have. This I have.
All right, well then
And
give it
this
back.
I have.
I'll give you something else
Oh,
then
but
later.
What is it?
And I don't have. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. Okay. Now, for you guys that don't know, I'm sure if you listen to Leog, you'd probably.
So what is it?
Okay. Now, for those of you that don't know that listen to our show, but if you listen to Leog, you probably know this by now. Leon actually did the coloring,
yeah.
right, for the covers of this comic called Pantheon.
Yeah, Pantheon.
Pantheon.
It was written by Bill Willingham, who's doing Fables now.
Right.
But well, also if you get the
Oh,
collection
this
of the
funny
trade,
book shit.
Yeah.
I colored the entire first story in the trade.
Yeah, I just saw that. Yeah, the trade. I just I picked that up, and yeah, I know. I was going to ask you if you colored it, but yeah, we have a guy who actually has some talent around here. So, but thank you,
Somebody.
dude.
Well,
Hey,
you know, I mean, I
people
had
don't give me
those-
shit. People throw shit at me all the time, rocks and stuff, and just. But
Well, I
yeah,
was like,
thank you, dude.
It's kind of chimpy that I'm giving him something I already have, but I know he's really into this series, so
It's
figure-
a kick-ass series. Yeah, you guys. I
Figured,
mean,
you know, have a
hey,
whole set.
if you want to see some kick-ass work, pick up this book, Pantheon. It kicked my ass when I read it. Corey, have you read this?
No.
Get your
Should
ass
I?
to reading it.
Okay, sorry.
Don't,
Well, he
don't
didn't.
touch
You know,
my shit though.
he didn't
Go
give it to me.
Go
So.
get your own. Well, hey, there you
then
go.
there you
Hey,
go.
I don't need it. Give it to him.
Oh, nice. Well,
There you go.
shit. There we go.
I'll
A
get
bonus.
I'll get the last 2 issues.
Yeah. So what'd you get, dude?
He gave me something called "You Are Here" by Kyle Baker. who is an extremely great artist.
What-
He is an artist in his right.
Yeah,
I'm not acting like I know.
No,
I-
he's the writer and the artist.
I don't think I've ever. I think you've seen me like. Have you ever mentioned this book or say I like this
I
guy's
probably
art?
mentioned some other Kyle Baker books like the Cowboy Wally Show or I Hate Saturn, but he was also the guy who drew the story with the black Captain America. And just a
He
bunch of-
is.
Yeah, he did a graphic novel on Nat Turner. He's done a lot of stuff. He's a very creative guy.
I love this art, man.
Yeah, I mean, this is like him, first time getting into color, working with Photoshop, and he likes to do a lot of color holds. But yeah, this You Are Here, it reads like a movie. It's almost like it's got the kind of, it moves sort of like some kind of, I want to say like a Cary Grant comedy in a way, except it's dark.
Oh, really? No, I'm sorry, I'm engrossed in this art, man. This is nice.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you, because I didn't get you guys shit.
Well, hey,
no,
since-
gifts
I'm
are
sorry, I
com-
forgot to take the price tag off.
Oh, that's all right.
Allow me to-
$2.
how tacky. Well, guys, since
20% off $2.
since you guys are putting me in the giving mood, I got some
co-host.
presents here. I didn't have time to gift wrap, but that's
who-
let me get this.
We're
taco-
men. We don't need gift
Is that
wrapping.
Taco Bell? Is that a Taco Bell? Seriously, that Taco Bell
Yeah.
bag? That's
Taco
it.
Bell bag.
Yeah, it is.
You made a run for the border.
It's not what. Yeah, that's not what counts. It's the